Hello and welcome to the Metacritic. This is Matthew Lane. In this episode of the Metacritic, I'll be doing something different this time. I'll be giving you my thoughts on Christmas movies, books, TV series that I like or do not like. And this will be content that I mentioned before. I know that I have not done a lot of content this year as my pen has run dry and I needed time to recharge my batteries. I was helping with something and it took all my time and energy away from this. I just got over a cold, and I will treat myself with care. I will give you a list of movies, TV shows, and books that I like and dislike. I'll give you the content I like first, and will tell you why, but there will be not a ton of pictures that come up. I'll just show the picture of the movie, TV show, or the book that I like. The same will go for the content that I do not like. Hope this episode is ready to read, watch, and learn. Please consider signing up for Patreon. YouTube memberships or purchase stickers that bond this video. If people sign up for Patreon today at $10 or higher, you'll get an exclusive sticker after 3 months, an exclusive mug after 6 months, an exclusive t-shirt after 9 months, and an exclusive organic tote bag after 12 months. And the shipping will be filled by Patreon. If you sign up for YouTube memberships, you'll get cool digital emoji stickers you can use when you come on my videos. The reason for going to Patreon to read my blog posts is that my website's having problems as it was being run by a third party who's no longer in business. If you want to have access to that, please sign up for Patreon and do your part to help the channel and the blog. This way, if you sign up for Patreon at any amount, you can buy any post at $3 or a collection at $10. You can read the reviews as well as watch the YouTube videos that are included in them. This will be a fantastic way for you to support the channel and my blog. If you do not want to do that, you can purchase a sticker at the bottom of this video to help support the channel. Thank you. I know that I mentioned this before. I'll go over content that I liked about before, but I will introduce you to new Christmas content that I think you will enjoy as well. This is over the content I review for this channel, as well as content that I have not reviewed for this channel, as well as content that I have reviewed for this channel. This will allow me to promote content that I currently have on this channel, as well as test out latest content ideas and see if you'll be interested in this latest content for this channel. Here's new content I found. It is called Season to Remember. I'll see if I can get the picture to come up. There it is right there. And it is where Simone, a career-driven sports reporter, wants to sit in the anchor chair and is facing hurdles to get in that position. The story takes place in Detroit, Michigan. She is a female of Maori descent. She's a black woman struggling to get ahead in this world. She meets Iggy, and her heart is open to him. Iggy is a traveling cameraman, but he knows how to push her buttons in the right way. He challenges her to stand up for herself. It is not easy, but Simone learns that sometimes you must believe in yourself if you want to get ahead. Tell her a co-worker tells her he respects her and tells her that you need to find your voice. Tell her he's gay, and he tells her that he only got ahead in this business once he found his voice. Simone also has family struggles like any one of us. Her father will be diagnosed with a medical condition in this story. I will not reveal as I want you to watch the movie. If you read this on my blog, it's on Amazon, and the link will be there in the blog of my Patreon page to watch the film. Thank you. Another movie I liked watching was A Christmas Fumble, and I will get that picture up for you shortly. Just got to get it, so be patient, guys. Here it is. Here's A Christmas Fumble. What's wrong with it? Another movie that I found I love is Christmas Fumble, which I mentioned before, which deals with Nicole Barnes, who is a crisis manager who helps to solve problems those who need her help. She knows how to restore people's reputations. She must help her old boyfriend, Dorian Davies, who played college football at Drake. And even though she is with another guy, feelings for her old boyfriend resurface. Dorian Davies is currently in a relationship with Lacey, and he's engaged to get married to her. This is a typical romantic comedy where there's angst in the movie. The location Drake is in Iowa, and yes, it is an actual school. Their mascot is called the Bulldogs, and they wear wood like Duke in Kentucky. The website is at Drake, and I'm not worried about bringing a picture up. You can just go on my blog of my Patreon page and learn about where that is. Jordan Davis is being accused of taking booster money, and people think he has been horrible at doing it. The movie will reveal why he did that, and this movie takes place in Charlotte, Illinois. I'll never reveal this. I want you to watch the movie. You can go to Amazon to watch the movie there. Thank you. And you also might want to, the two mentioned so far, you might want to subscribe to HBO Max and allow you to watch them without having to necessarily buy the film if you're not into that. I'm going to get the other one I'm going to present, and I'll start talking about it once I'm ready. So just hang on. Here we go. Another movie I found that I loved is One Delicious Christmas, where the movie takes place in a small town. And it deals with a bed and breakfast called Haven. Abby Rickman runs the business that her parents built up from scratch. She wants to keep the traditions of her business, and she is in contract negotiation with Alexander Granville. And she needs her help as she's getting exhausted for all the things that she must do. She lives on site, as this is common to those who run bread and breakfast, and actually I stayed one, and that is pretty much true, guys. It is the case. She'll meet Chef Tucker, and they head it off. The most touching thing in the movie is that when they make bread together, Abby will teach Chef Tucker that making bread is where you get your frustrations out. Alexander wants to make changes that will change how Haven will run, and it will not feel like it should. Chef Tucker will realize this and not want to do this anymore. His feelings for Abby will help him. This is a wonderful story and it's worth watching. It's on Amazon, and yes, like before, you probably want to subscribe to HBO Max so you don't have to pay for it if you're not interested in that. And the link will be on my blog page, my Patreon page. Thank you. I'm going to bring up the other one while I'm thinking about it before I start talking about it. So I get the right one to start with. Here it is. It's the 99, guys. One of the movies that I like to watch is 99, which is on Disney Plus. I realized that came out last year, but it's still pretty rarely new in comparison to some of the other things that are out. It deals with 9 kids who are on the naughty list by Santa and ended up not getting presents. Andy Steele, who is the mastermind behind the heist of the North Pole, wants to run Santa's workshop and has an Ocean 11 feel. Let me get a thing for Ocean's 11 here. Let's see if we can get that at the same time as this. Just give me a second. Here's the Ocean 11's picture right here, and decide to rob into some hospital. There are 9 kids which have different skill sets like in Ocean's 11. This movie is good, and Andy Steele is like Danny Ocean in that he is the leader of this group. I will not mention this. I want you to watch the film, and link to the movie, yes, will be in my blog and of my vein, and I think I do have in the bottom of this description of this video. Thank you. I will mention content I taught before, but my feelings for them not change. I'll play the thing I did last year on YouTube so that I won't have to reinvent the wheel and redo everything on this live stream for you to watch. Thank you.
This is open to content I review for this channel as well as content I have not reviewed this channel. This will allow me to promote content that I currently have on this channel as well as test out latest content ideas and see if you'll be interested in this content for this channel. I'll give you the content I like first, as stated before. One of the movies that I reviewed for this channel is By God's Grace, which is a modern retelling of the Christmas Carol, which I love the story of the Christmas Carol and that I enjoyed watching. Christopher Taylor goes by Chris, lost his parents and his 2-year-old sister in a horrible automobile accident that involved a drunk driver. Chris suddenly feels down during the Christmas season and believes that work is the most important thing and that he should work all the time and that this is all that matters. He believes that only investments that return a monetary return are the most important thing as he told his friend Samantha goes by Sam. She was in love with him and still is. Chris still loves her. But the tragedy has clouded him, and he uses work to avoid the pain of that tragedy of the automobile accident that involved a drunk driver that killed his parents and his 10-year-old sister, whose name is Grace. Chris will get a visit from his 10-year-old sister, Grace, and will learn the true meaning of Christmas. She will act as Marley, the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future instead of having 4 different spirits. Grace will have Chris see, as Samantha was telling him about that investing tomorrow, that there's a return, not just money, but people becoming productive citizens of society. And love people doesn't pay you back. Not in money, but with love returning to you. Chris realizes love is the most important thing, and money does not buy that or friendship. He realized that he allowed himself to be alone, and that is not an effective way to live life. Each person needs to have friends. And no matter what happens, you are not alone, even despite the darkness. Grace becomes Grace to Chris, and she helps him to heal from the tragedy of losing her and his parents to the automobile accident that involved a drunk driver. Another movie that I enjoyed that I reviewed for this channel is Christmas Again. That's a Disney Channel original movie. This movie stars Scarlett Estevez, and she plays Rowena, who is experiencing a time loop, and that movie borrows the idea from Groundhog Day. And that starred Bill Murray, where he kept reliving that day until he got it right. The one of the other movies that does this is 12 Days of Christmas, which is an ABC original film, and the character of that story is going through 12 dates, which does a time loop, and she must figure out who she is supposed to be in that movie. I mean, who she's supposed to end up with. Rona's reliving Christmas all over again. She is upset with having her family change. Rona wants things to be like they were, so he gets blamed for all the things that go wrong. She realizes when things happen as they do, and the events did not happen like they did. Rona believes that she can do what she wants and do what she wants. She checks off everything that she had on her list. She is reliving the day all over again, and she realizing that she is going to that day over again. She wonders if it will end. It may seem great when the day is repeating itself, and you can do what you want, but it's like being stuck in a prison. Another great reference is 1201, as it was a device that shot out a beam and the day repeated itself, and one person knew about it. That person kept reliving that day, and he realizes that it is not great. He felt stuck in a prison and wanted out. There is no freedom when time repeats itself. Rona realizes that it's not about getting her divorced parents back together. It's about helping others, not herself. She realizes that family is not blood, but who's you love. Another great reference is The Spy Next Door, where Bob tells the oldest child, who's a 13-year-old female, that family is not blood, it's who you love. And like Rowena, she understands this. Rowena is close in the age as she is 12 in this movie. Scarlett Estevez does well for Rowena, and she has a way of bringing the viewer into the story no matter what medium it is. A TV series that I enjoyed watching is Hawkeye Season 1, which is produced by Marvel Studios and was released on Disney Plus November 24, 2021, which is the Wednesday of Thanksgiving week, so December 22nd, 2001. There are 6 episodes, and they had 2 episodes come out on November 24, 2021. The question is, why am I mentioning a superhero series in this episode? The series takes place during Christmas and would not be the first to do an action-type story during Christmas. The first Die Hard is a good example of that, and another is the first Lethal Weapon that does take place during Christmas. I did an actor analysis of Haley Steinfeld being cast as Kate Bishop and why she's the right choice to play Kate Bishop. This is one of the first series that I reviewed when I first started on YouTube. This is where I reviewed each episode individually, and that may be nice, but it means I'm doing a certain amount of content. Those 2 episodes worked well together, and it felt like the viewer was watching a movie in those 2 episodes as they worked simultaneously together. This is where Kate Bishop found the Ronan the Assassin costume and took it and started wearing it. Kate Bishop wanted to do what Hawkeye did, and she met Clint Barton when she was helping. Kate Bishop suddenly realized what it means to be a hero. She is gifted in martial arts and archery. Clint Barton is still better in this series because of his years of experience. The Tracksuit Mafia worked for a particular crime boss. The clue that helped me is when the word Fat Man used cars came out in episode 5 of this series, and this revealed Kingpin. Kingpin was called Fat Man in the 1990s Spider-Man cartoon show. Marvel does not do season 2 of this. It's good that they are doing a spin-off series of Echo, in which the character is a deaf superhero. She originally started as a villain in this series, but will become a hero and realizes that Kingpin is evil. The Echo trailer shows Kingpin in white and looks like what he did in the 1990s Spider-Man cartoon show. Her powers come from feeling vibrations, and she is very gifted at martial arts, which an episode shows in the Hawkeye series. That's the third episode of the Hawkeye season 1. The story does well in the fact it makes the killer be a mystery, and you need a solid detective to be able to crack the case. Clint Barton is smart, and Kate Bishop is smart. She has a high moral code, even despite her family. She and Clint Barton will develop a strong relationship down the road. Hopefully, you will see Kate Bishop and Clint Barton in another season, or anything else Marvel decides to do here. Both Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld have a great chemistry, and it'll be great to see them together in another Marvel Studios project. The book that I listened to is called Christmas Presents, which I have not reviewed for this channel. I enjoyed listening to this book. The book is psychological and involves a woman named Madeline Martin, and she is the daughter of Sheriff James Martin. She lives in a small town and owns her own bookstore, which is called the Next Chapter Bookstore. The title makes sense as books have chapters, and it has meaning for her. Madeline Martin is starting the next chapter of her life after her experience with Evan Henning. Evan Henning kidnapped her and drugged her while serving alcohol at a party. This is no different from being drugged with the rape drug ecstasy. It can have debilitating effects, which I mentioned in Joe Pickett season 2, which is what happened to women that were given this rape drug. Evan Henning used a similar drug that has similar effects. He killed Madeline Martin's best friend Stephanie Kramer during the party which takes place during Christmas. Madeline Martin was lucky to survive when she escaped to the river and left for dead. Her best friend Steve, which his friends called Badger, rescued her during that horrible night. Anthony and St. Wallace were taken by another person, and no one knows what happened to them. The other person involved in this book took Molly Morris, who's a college dropout who's working as a stripper. This kidnapping Molly Morris will lead the reader to the other killer. Evan Henning is not innocent, but did not act alone. The book is psychological, and it will have twists and turns. It will make a great series of movies. The movie that I recently watched that I have not reviewed for this channel is called Xmas, which is a free original. I enjoyed this story. This is a romantic comedy that stars Robin Mills as Graham and Leighton Meister as Allie. Allie is Graham's ex-fiancée, and she broke off the engagement when she felt that he valued work more than her. It has a Christmas Carol feel with that being the case. Allie and Graham bet that one of them will get the other gone by Christmas. They fight with each other, but as the viewer will learn that they still have feelings for each other. There is a saying that sometimes love and hate are the two sides of the same coin. When that happens, love and hate are about the other side showing passion for each other, or what that person does. Graham and Allie will realize that this fight that they have with each other is stirring up feelings that one of them has not wanted to deal with. Graham will realize that work is not important, but life for the person that you love is important. That is an important lesson to learn. Other content I enjoyed is Feliz Navidad, The Cinecon, Noel, all content reviewed for this channel. Content that I have not reviewed is A Charlie Brown Christmas, where Charlie Brown is depressed about Christmas and learns the true meaning of Christmas while directing the Christmas plays at the time. He picks up a story, Christmas Tree, that came out in this series, in that particular special came out in 1965. A Garfield Christmas that came out in 1987, where Garfield goes to John's childhood home and spends time on the family barn. Garfield is John's cat, and he will learn the true meaning of Christmas as well as it is about love and not necessarily getting gifts. I'll give you the content I do not like. One of the movies that I do not care about is Christmas with the Cranks. This is where the Cranks want to go off to do a cruise when their daughter Blair decided to come home for the holidays. The story does not work for me, as I would prefer them to do what they can to have her come home. I'm a sucker for letting all the family come home for Christmas. I would prefer to if the Cranks had challenged Blair to come home. For example, in the movie I'll Be Home for Christmas, the dad challenges his son Jake to come home. He promised that he would give him the Porsche. This is what I would like to see in this movie. If I reviewed it for this channel, it would not get a great rating by me. If you like it, that is fine. One of the other movies that I do not care about is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which starred Jim Carrey in 2000. The movie has flaws. I do not like the love story in this movie. I like love stories, but it does not work here. Now, the Grinch Stole Christmas fell off in this movie, and I like the original cartoon better because it has the spirit of what Dr. Seuss had in mind. To me, Jim Carrey does not work as the Grinch. It is hard to do that as a live-action movie. The Grinch should be done as a cartoon movie. That's what they did with Benedict Cumberbatch, and the trailer looked good for that movie. Grinch needs to understand Christmas, and they did not need him to be a kid in school and have a love story with another person. This takes the viewer out of the story. You need to understand that Christmas is not about gifts. It's about the love and joy that people feel during Christmas. It is necessary to say his heart grew. His heart was 3 sizes too small, but it grew because he saw the true meaning of Christmas. He would not get a great reunion if I reviewed this movie. And these 2 movies all I have for content that I do not like does not mean I could not tell you the other content that I like or do not like in something like this in Christmas 2004.
And also, hey guys, I also reviewed Echo Season 1 for this particular channel, so you can go to my Patreon page or you can go on YouTube to find it. But if you go on my Patreon page, there'll be, and you're reading this on there, the blog post, it'll be there and it'll take you to the content of that particular review that I did. Thank you. Do not forget to check out the blog and help support it. Please go to patreon.com/Metacritic and check out my blog. There'll be a bunch of blog posts that you can check on my Patreon page. My Patreon page has links to other websites such as YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. As mentioned before, you become a patron. Thank you. Please check out content, please follow me. Please check out my review of Noel, which will be put later when I'm able to put the link in there. And you can also check my view of Pause to Remember, which is something, and I may consider putting the link to the Christmas content from last year link as well. I hope to have a live video review of the 1969 version of Frosty the Snowman. I'll have the written portion on Patreon for only access to those who are paid members. If you want to get early access to that review, then you want to become a Patreon supporter today. Thank you. Please like this video if you found it helpful. Please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the notification bell to be notified of any videos about this video. Please send a comment road in the comment section below. Please share this video and you know so my channel grow. Remember, do not forget to read, watch, and learn. Thank you. And if you have any questions, I should have mentioned this before when I first started, you can put them in the chat while I'm still here. Anyone got any questions if anyone's watching right now? Or if not, just if you're watching this after the live stream, just leave them in the comment section below. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.